Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are taking a look at a sound check that The Warning did on May 7, 2022. So fairly early in their time of actually touring the United States. Still technically the Mayday Tour. Error wasn't out yet. We have looked at their entire set from this show, I believe. So certainly we've got a number of different things from it. We also have a sound check for Dust to Dust. But today we're going to watch Z from the same sound check. Danny was not allowed to sing because apparently she had been singing too much. This was a time when they were playing a ton of dates, one after the other. Ever since April 18th, they got the occasional day off, but mostly they were just blasting through gig after gig after gig and radio appearances. Sometimes they had two things scheduled on the same day, which makes sense, you know. But Danny's voice was starting to take a pounding, so she's not going to sing during this one. But we still want to take a look at this. This was actually requested specifically by someone. So we're going to go ahead and look at this and see what we think. Adrian, any thoughts ahead about, say, the show that we saw before or the other sound check or anything?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's check this out, see what we think, and we'll discuss after.
All right.
Interesting for a number of reasons.
Yeah. Pow into that song in a great way.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sounded about the way she normally does with the...
Yeah, she usually screams more, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of reserve their voices a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they usually will do that during sound check, which is smart. You don't want to give it all your all during sound check necessarily. Because after all, it's for the sound engineers to make sure the sound is going to be right for the gig and all. So Loved that Allie picked up some of the vocals there in her own register, you know, like the lower octave.
Yeah, you could hear her singing in the chorus.
Yeah. I liked that you could hear the parts they were singing a little bit easier than usual. Just because there's no vocals. And Danny was playing kind of minimally, too. I know that there isn't a whole lot of live guitar for the first part of the song, you know. Usually the second half of the verse is when she starts playing.
Yeah, I noticed there was a guitar backing track in the first verse. It wasn't doing a lot, but just a little bit. Yeah,
a little feedback, a little bit of, you know, ambiance.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have to say I like this song even without the lead vocals.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds great. I love the riff. You know, I really do. I like the way it's put together. That's this kind of stuff I can appreciate. So there's a chance we didn't do the entire set list from the Reverb, but we did do a number of videos on it. I think we had 5 separate videos that featured, you know, maybe 2 songs a piece, something like that. The actual set list looks to have maybe a little bit more, possibly. I'm not entirely sure about that. But we definitely got the gist, and this was cool. This was cool to see. So, yeah, so I want to thank, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this, remembering who told me about the actual clip, but I appreciate you for that. That was really cool. And we always love seeing things from Soundcheck anyway, because it's always informative. You know, it also gives us clues as to what else is going on that day. All right, folks, so why don't you let us know what you thought of this, if any of it came as a revelation, if you went to the show in Reading, Pennsylvania that day, or any other details you think we missed. By all means, leave them below. Always like to hear from you guys. We learn things from the comments sometimes, and it's pretty cool that we can ask you guys questions and you'll respond. And anything else you want to suggest for the future, by all means, leave that as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.